So in some unknown cosmic coincidence, Marvel has been influenced by real world events and made changes to their content with the same character for the second time. So I went to the movie theater, as I do, and I'm going to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. Check out my non-spoiler review right here. So in the theater, before the movie starts, they play trailers, as they do. And one of the trailers they played is the Captain America Brave New World trailer. Not a surprise. Going to see a Marvel movie, they play a trailer for a Marvel movie before the Marvel movie. Makes all the sense in the world. And the trailer that they played is the exact same trailer that they released online. Shot for shot, score for score, line for line, the exact same trailer. Except for one detail. So if you've seen the trailer, you might remember the part where New Cap is sitting front row watching the president give a speech. And Isaiah Bradley flips up, turns Winter Soldier-esque super soldier, and starts flailing people around. But the first thing he does is pull out a gun and shoots at the president, hitting the bulletproof glass that is protecting him. And then he proceeds to knock out the Secret Service. Cap gets involved and he jumps through a window. Right. Okay. So I'm sitting in the theater watching this trailer. I'm watching all of this unfold. But the moment that he stands up and shoots the glass is completely cut out. It just jumps to the next part. And I'm like, you thought we wouldn't notice. Because of course they did this because in the news now, somebody actually shot at the former president. So I'm assuming they think that this is so relevant, it's too close to real world events, let's just take it out so we don't make people upset. So while I understand the impulse, and I understand that them taking it out of the trailer doesn't necessarily mean they're going to take it out of the movie, I can't say that I'm sure about it because they've done this before. And they did it with Sam. When the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was supposed to come out, it got delayed. It got delayed because they had to do reshoots. They had to do reshoots because there was an aspect of the show where the terrorists that they were after were stealing a virus and going to release a virus to create a global pandemic. Well, this show came out right as the real world was dealing with a global pandemic. So again, they thought it was going to hit too close to home and going to make people upset, so they took that out. And them taking that out is a large reason why the Falcon and Winter Soldier show doesn't hit as hard as it should have. Now, I enjoy the show, but you can watch the show and tell that something's missing because the terrorists, the flag smashers, don't seem as great of a threat, or they don't seem like their story is fully fleshed out. There seems like there's pieces missing because there's pieces missing. This bothers me for a couple of reasons. One, as a piece of art, I don't think that art should be sacrificed or mutilated or changed because of people's sensitivities, people's perceived sensitivities, because you're assuming people can't handle an aspect of a fictionalized story because it's too similar to something that's happening in real world current events. I don't like that perception or that worry impeding on somebody's art or somebody's ability to tell a story. But that's a secondary issue because at the end of the day, they're running a business. They need to make money. So if people are upset and they don't go, then they won't make money. And I want this to make money, but I also want it to be good. And I don't think that changing or editing out some things will serve the movie. I don't think it'll serve the story. It certainly didn't serve the show. And again, I'm not saying that it's definite that they're going to alter the movie to take this part out or adjust this part, but they did it with the trailer and they did it with the show. So I'm not confident that they won't. We still have months before this movie comes out. So theoretically, in a studio head's mind, it might be enough time to tinker with the editing and adjust some things. Tell the story. Tell the story in the way you already allowed the filmmaker to tell it. And trust that the audience is mature enough to realize that one thing is not related to the other. Correlation does not equal causation, and they can walk into this movie and enjoy it without being triggered about real world current events, especially because there's no plausible way that anybody could think that you stole from this to make your movie because the trailer and the event happened like 12 hours apart. The movie was already shot and the trailer released when this event happened. So trust the audience to be mature and to be able to separate reality from fiction. Because if you change the movie and people don't like the movie, all you have them reacting to is a sloppily edited and put together story. They won't know the behind the scenes of the story. They won't know that you had to make adjustments for their sensibilities. They won't know any of that. They'll just go into this movie and be like, it didn't gel the way it needed to. It didn't flow like it needed to. It seemed like it was sloppily put together, because it was, because you did it, because you didn't think that they were mature enough to handle a president getting shot in the movie. Like, we haven't seen that before, because somebody got shot in real life half a year before this movie comes out. But that's just my irritation. That's my little irritation, because when I was in the movie and I saw that and I peeped it, I was thrown off a little bit about it, because I don't like that. But it's probably not a big thing, and it'll probably be fine when the movie comes out. The movie will probably be fine. Hopefully people like it, and I'm probably making too big of a small issue. But they made a habit of going in, changing, editing things, and the final product seems like, because we don't know the original version, and we don't know if the original version was leagues better, if it was somehow worse. We just know that they changed some things, took some things out, and the final product is not as good as it could have been. But you let me know what you think. Am I tripping? Am I making a mountain out of a molehill? Or is this something that may be concerning, or may follow into them tampering with the movie? And do you think they should? Do you think that they should have taken this part out? Do you think people aren't prepared to deal with it? Or is this just so much for nothing? Let me know what you think, and we can get into it. I'm curious to know what other people think, and I'll catch you guys next time.